Happy Friday! Welcome to the first Friday favorites and flops of the month of May. We're in May, isn't that crazy? Also, I apologize if I look like I'm squinting a little bit. It is a beautiful sunny morning, and so I adjusted my blinds, but there still is some sunshine coming through. So it's kind of bright right now. But I have so much stuff to share with you guys today, so this will probably be a long one. I also have a little mini haul that I want to add to the end of this video. If you missed it, earlier this week I did upload, it was mostly an Ulta haul. So what I'm going to start doing, and this is a side note on this video, but I'm going to start listing in my Friday favorites and flops in the description box all the videos from earlier in the week. So it seems like most people definitely get the Friday favorites and flops, so you can just kind of check down there if you're interested to see if you missed anything in your subscription box from earlier in the week. It's really hit and miss right now whether my videos are going out to everybody or not, so I figured this would be a good way for someone to just take a look and see if they did miss a video that they happen to want to watch, so the links will be down there. But I did do an Ulta haul on Tuesday, and I did purchase a couple more things during the latter part of this week after I recorded that video, so I'm going to share those with you at the end of this video. But let's get into the Friday favorites and flops. I'm going to start with hair stuff. Okay, one of the things that I showed in my haul is this Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 styling treatment. And honestly, it took me a few days to learn how to use this. At first I used way too much and my hair kind of looked like crap. It didn't look great. So then I pulled back, and then I pulled back a little bit too much. So then I added a little bit more back in, and I have finally found the amount that works for me. So I kind of feel like with this one, don't go overboard to begin with. I use probably the equivalent of like a dime-sized amount. It really doesn't take much for my thickness of hair and my length of hair. So, but anyway, this styling treatment is great. It definitely feels like it helps to thicken my hair just a little bit, so it adds some like volume to it. I feel like it also helps to protect from the blow drying that I do every single day. I know a lot of people use this to prolong having to wash their hair. It doesn't really help with that for me because I take a shower every day anyway and wash my hair. I know it is possible to take a shower without washing my hair, but my hair is very oily. I feel like from my neck up, I have crazy oily everything. So for me, washing even every other day is not an option. I don't like the feel or look of my dirty, oily hair, so this doesn't do that for me, but it does help to, I feel like, condition my hair. It makes it softer. It adds a little body and volume to it, and it works great with the other products that I'm using. So I like this a lot. If you've never used it, if you can get a sample of it, maybe get a sample first, but I do think for me, I would definitely repurchase it going forward. It kind of reminds me the most so far of the Caviar CC cream, the correction cream that I used to love in the past, which I do still love, but I've been wanting to try a few different things, and so this reminds me the most of that product. Yeah, don't love it any more than any of the other things that I've tried, but I like it. I do really like it a lot. I would repurchase it. Okay, another hair product, and this is kind of random, but so I recently replaced hair brushes for Stella and I used to just buy the like wet brush knockoffs like at Marshall's and stuff, and they worked okay, but I found the bristles just to be too soft on a lot of those, maybe like too forgiving. So I finally decided to pick up the actual wet brush, and I do think it makes a difference. By the way, I will link everything down below in the description box if you want to go read up more about this stuff. But anyway, I really like the almost firmness, but I don't want to imply that these are really stiff. But there is more firmness to these wet brush bristles than like the generic knockoffs that I've been buying, and this really wasn't that much more than the knockoff brushes. So yeah, I really like this. I use this mostly to brush through my hair after the shower, and then also when I'm blow drying it, I sort of like run it through my hair with the hair dryer, and I really like it. There's totally hair in here right now. I don't know if you can see that, but I know that grosses some people out, but I do need to clean that out of there. But this is really great. I think I'll go ahead and just do the wet brushes going forward. How often do you guys replace your hair brushes? I feel like I do it like twice a year, usually every 6 months. I think for me, I use a lot of styling products in my hair, and since I use this when I'm like blow drying my hair, the bristles get kind of gunked up, and I know I could like wash it and clean it up, but I don't really want, that's really wasteful. I probably shouldn't even say that out loud because I'm sure someone's gonna be like, you're so wasteful. I know. I try to be good about other things, but yeah, I could clean these up, but it's just easier to replace them. So, and they're not super expensive, but I like the wet brush is what I'm saying. Okay, let's do some skincare next. You guys know what's coming. You just do, because I've talked about it a lot this week. The honey potion from Pharmacy. So here's the full size that I bought that you will have seen in the haul. You guys, this honey potion stuff is amazing. So what this is mostly for me, if you missed my review, again, it'll be linked down below. This is what I did my Mask Monday on this week. So this for me is a very hydrating mask. It plumps my skin. It makes my skin crazy soft. So this doesn't really like necessarily exfoliate anything on my face. What I love about it is just how soft it makes my skin. You know, I have other masks that definitely work to soften my skin, but the intensity of the softness that I get from this, like just the amount of softness, there's just a difference. There's a difference. So it was worth it for me to spend full price on this mask. I do know that if you sign up with the Pharmacy website that you can get 15% off of your first purchase, but you have to at least spend $45 to get the free shipping. So anyway, moral of the story is I ended up buying this from Sephora because I need to get back up to VIB level this year to maintain getting that 20% off code in November. So I mean, I'm Rouge for this year, but I'm talking about for next year. And I just don't know what I'm gonna buy in November. So I kind of feel like I need to hit that status. So that's why I bought it from Sephora, to basically meet the point level that I need to, or the dollar amount to get VIB for next year. But anyway, doesn't matter. You can buy this multiple places. Moral of the story is I love it, and I obviously had to have the full size, and I'm using this a lot. I am alternating this right now with the Herbivore Blue Tansy mask, which is in my skincare challenge. I'm finding it hard to not use this every single night though, just because I love the way it makes my skin feel, but I don't necessarily need to use it every single night. I find that the results from this do last a couple days afterwards. So anyway, I love that. I think it's just a beautiful product. Everything about it is amazing. Love it. Okay, more skincare. This is mostly to make a clarification on my skincare updates video that I did on Wednesday, but I do love both of these products. I do use these together, these being the Paula's Choice Resist Advanced Smoothing Treatment, 10% AHA, and the Resist Advanced Pore Refining Treatment, 4% BHA, so beta hydroxy acid, alpha hydroxy acid. So when I ordered both of these, it was back when we were still living in our old house, and I looked at the ingredients when I first placed the order. What I didn't recall in that video that somebody pointed out, which is absolutely 100% true, this does actually have some salicylic acid in it. I don't know the percentage of the salicylic acid, so it could be 1%, it could be 2%, I don't know. This, a lot of people are saying, is potentially a dupe for the Drunk Elephant TLC Foam Boost Serum, which, by the way, I do have a backup of. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back. I've already been through an entire box. I'm pointing back here because that's where it is housed currently. I'm gonna grab that out, use it, just to kind of refresh my memory. Then I'm gonna spend an equal amount of time just using this without mixing this in. So the reason that I've been mixing in the BHA is because BHA for me, salicylic acid, really helps to not only treat and prevent blackheads, but also sebaceous filaments. If you don't know what sebaceous filaments are, a lot of people think that those are blackheads. They're not. Blackheads and sebaceous filaments are different. Google it, look it up. I'm not gonna get into it right now, but I get sebaceous filaments. I have very oily, cloggy skin. And so for me, BHA is essential in my skincare routine to keep those at a minimum. Because sebaceous filaments can also stretch out your pores over time and eventually turn into blackheads. So they need to be treated. For me, a higher percentage of BHA helps me treat the sebaceous filaments and the blackheads better. So my ultimate is the Paula's Choice BHA 9, but I'm finding that the 4% is doing almost as good of a job maintaining the sebaceous filaments and blackheads. I shouldn't say maintaining, but preventing them as the BHA 9. So, and this is, you get more and it's less expensive. So anyway, I've been mixing these two because I had forgotten that there is salicylic acid in this. But also this by itself, I don't think has a high enough concentration of the BHA to give me the prevention for the sebaceous filaments. So that's why I'm using both of these together. However, you don't have to mix these. If you are someone who gets good results from just 2% BHA, which I don't know if that is the concentration in here or not, I think I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to Paula's Choice. I'll send them an email and see if they can let me know the percentage. I don't know if that's like privileged information, but usually they do reveal percentages on the bottles. So, but BHA is not listed on the front of the bottle here at all. So I'm guessing it's probably a pretty low concentration, but that is me guessing. But anyway, for those that were wondering, this does have some salicylic acid in it. It might be enough for you to like not need both of these. Try it out by itself first. If you're seeing good results, you don't need to add this in, but I like mixing the two. Anyway, there's the clarification. I just wanted to put that out there because I did misspeak in that video about that. I put a correction at the top of the description box, so hopefully people see that if they're watching the video in the future. I don't want to take it down because I don't want to like, I'm not going to redo the video. It's just, and I can't edit it. Even if I wanted to, I can't edit it now since it's already up on YouTube. So hopefully the correction helps. But love both of those products. Highly recommend them either together, which is how I've been using them, or separate. So, okay, makeup on my eyes right now, and what I've been using ever since I recorded that Ulta haul is this Smashbox Cover Shot Punked Eye Palette. I get like about it because it is totally a Melanie palette. You guys know that I prefer cooler tone shadows. I like warm tone shadows, but I think the cooler tones look a little bit better on me because of this, what's going on up here. But you guys, this is just so beautiful. Now, I've really only used 3 of the shades in here most of this week, but what the winning combo has been for me is this on the lid, this in the crease, and this as my liner, and sort of like smoked out a little bit. Love it. I do not think that these Cover Shot eyeshadow palettes get enough love. First off, they're 29 bucks, so they're a lot cheaper than a lot of other eyeshadow palettes. You're getting a good selection of shades in these, and you don't really need an eyeshadow pan much bigger than this. I really kind of wish that a lot more companies would do smaller palettes like this that were maybe a little bit more affordable, because really truly, how many of us are ever going to pan a palette even of this size? Unless you're like dedicated using this for like a year straight, I feel like it would actually be kind of difficult to use up all of these eyeshadows. So putting them in a smaller format at a lower price point seems smart to me, and that's why I really like these. But this one, just because of the color selection, is perfect for me. You guys know that I love cooler tone shadows. This weekend, by the way, hopefully on Sunday, I'm going to try to record a tutorial using this, and if I'm successful, you'll see it sometime next week. If I'm not, well, you won't see that video, so there we have it. Lip combo for most of the week, but then I also have something else to top this with today. I've been using the Laura Mercier Bare Baby Lip Glacé quite a bit this week. This is just a really pretty pink. It's kind of a milky pink. It's not as milky as White Russian. I think this is almost a little bit more wearable than White Russian. I have to be careful with that one and mix in a little bit of a pinkier gloss because it can look a little bit corpse nude-ish on me sometimes. But this is, I feel like this is something that I don't even have to mix. It's very easy to just pop on by itself, but I've been loving it over top of Meringue. So Meringue is a Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick. This is a really pretty peach. It's really beautiful by itself, but it does have a little bit of pink in it, but it's much more peachy nude. I love the formula of these. I will say not everybody loves the formula of these, so it's worth checking out the consistency maybe in store before you grab this. Even if you think the color is really pretty, it's thick. It does wear a good while on me. I don't find them to be drying, but some people have said they have found these to be drying. So I think it's just one that you kind of have to try and maybe keep the receipt just in case. But I love the formula of these. I think they're amazing, but I tend to like a thicker lipstick and I prefer lipstick. I don't do liquid lipsticks. I hate liquid lipsticks. I know a lot of people love them. I can't with them. But anyway, this is a winning combination for me. Blush, this is probably not worth showing because I don't think you can get it. Maybe I'll check on the Tarte website and see if they do have this in the clearance section or something. But this is the Tardis blush palette. This came out either last year or the year before. They always do a blush palette like this in the spring, I feel like. But anyway, I've been wearing this one most of the week. I've been mixing a few of these colors together. Nothing in particular, just kind of trying to use it because I do think it's a pretty decent formulation. It seems really close to the original formula that you get the singles, you know, in. It seems very close to that formulation. A lot of times when Tarte does these blush palettes, the formulation is much cheaper, not as good, a lot more powdery, not as pigmented, but this seems really darn close. Anyway, I like the formulation, I like the color selection in here, and I've been having fun with these kind of brighter colors for pink. Not for pink, for spring. I've been having fun with these brighter colors for spring. I think I was looking at this pink shade and said the wrong word, but that's pretty. If you have it in your collection already, pull it out. It's fun. It's perfect for this time of year. Little bit of a flop this week, which actually was in my favorites last week because what is happening to this mascara? It's the slow it down. It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Okay. Can you guys tell me what happened to it here? I've only had this open for 2, maybe 3 weeks at this point, and it is gunked up. I cannot get this to come out with the mascara wand, like, wiped, if that makes sense. It's like the stopper isn't working anymore, and I don't understand why. Like, I cannot use this. Do you see? I don't even know. My camera sucks, you guys. I just have a point and shoot, but can you see how much mascara is on here? If I were to put this on my lashes, it would just deposit like a glob of mascara and it would take me forever to like work that out. So I'm kind of upset because this is not a cheap mascara, and for it to do this like after 3 weeks, I don't understand. The stopper is still in there. It's there, but it's not pulling the product off the brush wand. And the more I dip it in, it just basically deposits more and more onto the brush. And you can see there's also quite a bit on the opening here. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to use this. I mean, yes, I can wipe off a bunch of the mascara, but like, I don't wanna take the time to do that. I'm in a rush every morning to get ready. So has anyone had this happen with this mascara? I've only ever had these smaller sizes of this, and yeah, I don't understand. That's disappointing. But let's do a quick haul. Okay, I picked up another pharmacy product, and yes, I got it at Sephora as well because once again, I'm trying to meet the VIB for 2019. So I picked up the Honey Savior All-in-One Skin Repair Salve. It's $36. But once again, $36 well spent, because I've been using this on my lips, which is what I've also been topping this with. It's what I have on my lips right now, paired with the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick. I've also been using this on the tops of my hands. So I'm just gonna show you, hopefully it'll come off. I haven't put it on my hands yet this morning, but hopefully you can see that my hands are pretty dry. I wash my hands quite frequently, and I do use hand creams, and those work, but I feel like I almost need something more intense. I also want to start using this on my eczema, so I'm gonna start using it on my arms this week, and I'll let you guys know in next Friday Favorites and Flops how it did with the eczema. But I just want to show you how beautifully it takes care, and it's not super greasy. That's the amazing thing. It's a greasy balm when you first put it on, but it absorbs so quickly, and it makes my hands look brand new. And it absorbs deeply into the skin, and it's not greasy. Like, it's gonna take a minute or two for this to sink in, but oh man, that's really nice. Also, it has a beautiful honey fragrance. The ladies at Sephora who I chatted with about this brand, all had really good things to say about it. They say it's a really good seller and that people come back for it frequently. A lot of people use it to treat burns. They use it to treat, you know, any kind of like rash that, you know, they have. Like, it just, you can use it on your lips, you can use it on your face. There's multiple uses for this. It's basically just kind of like a healing balm. I like it. It says you can treat minor abrasions caused by dry, cracked skin. Just like the mask here, it contains a combination of honey, amino acid royal jelly, propolis. Propolis is actually an antiseptic, so that's why it's good for, you know, some minor cuts and abrasions. Anyway, I like this a lot, and I bought it. So there you have it. I am running low on my brow pencil that I'm currently using. I have not yet found a gray micro brow pencil, so I'm still using a taupe. Right now I'm using the Fiona Styles Blonde Ash, which is basically a taupe. But I'm going back to the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I've talked about this quite a bit, in the shade of taupe, because this is the ashiest taupe that I've found so far. I would prefer a gray. The Granite from Anastasia, which I purchased a couple months ago, it's just a little bit too dark. Even when I use a light hand, I can't get it to work for me. I still have it. I kind of feel bad taking it back at this point because, where is it? I think I might have actually put it in here, but I'm gonna use it as an eyeliner. It'll be fine as an eyeliner, but anyway, I picked this up, and then this. So I just thought this would be kind of funny to show you guys, because I have not purchased a single ColourPop item in my entire YouTube life. This is my very first ColourPop purchase. ColourPop came to Ulta, which is where I will link this down below at Ulta, and my Ulta store that I went to actually has a display, so I was able to see this in store, play with the shadows, see what the texture was like, and I was like, well, I have a $3.50 off coupon. I'm gonna use it on this. So this set is $18, but because it is over on the drugstore side, you can use the $3.50 off. So $3.50 off 15. So this will bring it down to right around like $15. But you do get 4 of the ColourPop shadows in here, and I'll just show them to you really quickly. By the way, this is called the First Charmer Super Shock Shadow Foursome. The colors in here are Truth, which is a satin, Fluffy, which is an ultra glitter, Brady, which is a matte, and Seeker, which is a matte. So I figured I could try the different formulations. Here is Brady. I don't want to swatch these because I didn't wash my hands before coming in here. Here is Truth, which I was actually most excited about. It was really pretty when I swatched it in store. Oh, I should put the lid on that. I know these kind of tend to dry out pretty quickly, so I gotta close those up. This is Seeker. If you like these ColourPop shadows, I feel like this is a really nice set. So Seeker is another matte, very pretty. I might actually use that as a liner. And then here is the glitter, Ultra Glitter in Fluffy. It's very pretty. So I'll try these on my eyeballs, and I will let you guys know what my thoughts are after all these years of these ColourPop Super Shock shadows, because I certainly have had no interest in them in the past because, I don't know, I had a friend who had kind of a bad customer service experience with ColourPop ordering from them, and I don't know, YouTube, there's a lot of stuff that comes and goes and gets hyped and all this stuff, and for some reason, whenever I heard about ColourPop, I was never convinced. Like, no one was ever like convincing me. Like, you gotta go get this. I tend to be kind of weird about stuff like that. If I'm watching a review and I'm just like, nah, like, then I won't ever really like necessarily go back to it and reconsider it. But since I saw it in store and was able to play with it, I figured I would reconsider it. I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll do a review on this. You guys want a review on this set? See it on my eyes. Yeah, so that's the little mini haul here. Picked up these guys. Anyway, that's it. I've talked for so long. I actually have a client meeting today that I need to get ready for, so I gotta head out. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.